Hey YouTube, I wanted to talk to you guys today about a level cap run I did, or attempt I did on my one of my Twitch streams today. Um, so my account, as far as Warframe goes, I've got about 1,000 hours in the game. I can do Steel Path, uh, pretty much anywhere on the map. Doesn't matter what part of the star chart. I can clear it just fine. I can blow through it, destroy it, all that good stuff. I can do most of the content in the game, if not all of it. So that's where I'm at in the game. Um, but I've never done a level cap attempt. So I wanted to talk about how it went, what I can improve on, tips I have for anyone else looking to try it for the first time. Spoilers though, I did not get all the way to level cap. We got to about 4,400 on the mobs, and then it went to crap. But anyways, so uh, I use my Nyx. Probably my safest Warframe as far as survivability goes. I was worried about survivability, not so much damage. Um, Nothing I've had to deal with so far has been a problem damage wise for me. So I didn't think I'd have an issue in this particular mission. We did Void Cascade, um, and I have also almost never done Void Cascade. I usually avoid it. But I ran Nyx. I used her the build where you just don't die using her for. There's an augment mod for it called Assimilate. Makes you basically unkillable as long as you have energy and you can shoot weapons and all that good stuff. So that's what I was using. I had a Twitch chatter that was using Loki, and it was very fun. Level cap runs are fun, even if you don't get all the way there. It's an experience you don't get anywhere else in the game. The mobs get harder and harder. Your builds actually get pushed to the limit. Like I saw the limits of how much power I actually have, which is not something I've had to deal with in a long time. Um, so that experience, I now have a reason to grind more to get more strength in these builds, to get more damage. Survivability wasn't so much an issue; it was just killing the mobs at level 4,000 plus. They have so much health and shields and whatnot. Even with armor stripping, I was still having to shoot an entire mag into an enemy at the near the end. It was absurd. So, what I recommend for anyone who's looking to get into level cap runs, um, the first thing I would recommend doing is if you're going to do Void Cascade specifically, this first one's for Void Cascade. You want to go to your operator. You want to go look at your amp. You're going to want to go to I believe it's Cetus, where you can go to get a better amp. You need a better amp to deal with. There's these specific mobs that usually wield an axe, and when you kill them, they pop out as a spirit, and they go find another mob to go deal with. Um, if you're using this little Sirocco thing I'm using that you get from the store, it's not going to work. You need something better. So that's one thing I'm going to work on getting is a better amp. Uh, Obviously, the arcanes are needed too. You need to upgrade your arcanes. I need to do the same, uh, including the ones you get from the fancy new stuff. Upgrade all that. That's important. Another thing you need, which is not so much something that you can bring yourself, but you need a good group. Um, Warframe is famous for having a very good community around it. You need a good clan. I'd find a clan that runs this kind of stuff and make some friends, make and just get in there and grind. If you find the right group, this game gets even more fun with people. I know a lot of us just play it solo for the most part, but it's good to have a lot of people with you. Good to have people you can run with. Um, I say that also because in our run, someone left early, which is fine. They can do that, but that's part of the reason why we couldn't get all the way to level cap. Aside from the fact that I could not do the damage, um, so having four people that will stay the whole time is important. And I recommend again get into a clan, get involved. It'll only help you. Plus, you doing these kinds of runs when it's a you do it specifically when it's a what's it called? Void fissure. We do it when it's a void fissure, like it currently is, I think. Yeah. And you can just open relics. I opened probably 10 or 20 relics in that run. Even though we did get open level cap, I still opened 10 or 20, which would take forever in a survival. I do survivals all the time on stream. It would take forever. So, uh, what else can you do to get into these? You need your full build. You need your weapons, your warframes, your arcanes, all that good stuff. Your augment mods. You need everything you can bring. You need to be at full build, and nothing short of that, in my opinion. Now, someone who's done a lot of these runs and successfully could say differently, and I would defer to them if their opinion is different. But in my opinion, you need a full build. You are not getting by with missing a mod slot or having mods that are unleveled like mine, for example, which is something else I need to work on. You're not getting by without Archon shards, arcanes, all that good stuff. Everything you can get to get more power, you need. It just gets more. It just gets overwhelming. The amount of health and shields and whatever they have, you need all the damage you can get. I can't reiterate that enough. Also, if you're going to do level cap runs, I would recommend. Um, this ties into getting into a clan and having a group, but I would find frames that are good for groups. Um, One obvious choice is Wisp. She has lots of group utility, an insane amount. Um, any of them that are like that, that just help the group out, because survivability will eventually become a problem again later on, even if you're like me and you kind of blow through it as far as survivability goes. It becomes an issue later on. Having supports that help, you know, so work on some extra warframes. Lastly, just remember at the end of the game or end of the day, it's a game. You're meant to have fun, but for me, level cap now gives me more of a reason to play the game. I have a reason to grind, reason to get more power. I want to get all the way to level cap now. I want to get all the way through and see the mobs at level 9,999, and I won't be satisfied until then. But now I've got a reason to grind every week to get more power, get these arcanes fully leveled, get the mobs leveled up, improve my builds. So I recommend anyone try it. Give it a shot. It's not like you're gonna get your head ripped off by someone unless you're in a group with the wrong people. No one in this game is gonna get mad at you for not being able to go all the way. Unless you go into a group that, you know, is expecting you to be able to do that. There are certain groups that are looking to go all the way and are expecting everyone to be able to do that. Don't, just make sure everyone knows ahead of time that you're learning. So anyways, that's my 2 cents on level cap. It was fun. I'm gonna do it more. Uh, but yeah, anyways, have a great day and have a good one and cheers.